Welcome to this month's planning preview for April 3rd, 2019. Got Jason Beaver here from the city and myself, Larry Lukey. Jason, it looks like we actually got a short meeting this month, but a lot of stuff on here. Looks like the first one, just jumping right in, rezone from RD1 twin home duplex residential suburban to C2 commercial neighborhood and streetcar district. That's East 34th Street North and North Cliff Avenue.
Yeah, you're pretty close up there. It's just the applicant currently has kind of an auto dealership that fronts Cliff Avenue up there off of 34th Street. There's currently a vacant lot that's to the east of that, and then that lot actually then connects into Wayland Avenue. So the applicant is looking at possibly rezoning that and doing kind of some additional car storage back there. We did have the applicant do a neighborhood meeting with the neighbors up there, up in the Norton area, to get some of their concerns, because as the staff figured there'd probably be some concerns. So he had that, I believe, on Monday night, and so he's kind of reevaluating some of those concerns, see if those things that he can meet, and we'll see if this one needs to get deferred for a month or actually can go forward or withdrawn. So
okay. It looks like the second one is a rezone from RD1 twin home duplex residential suburban district to RD2 townhome residential suburban and conservation. And that's over on East 26th Street area?
Yep. Just would be 26th and Veterans Parkway, southeast corner. It kind of is that bank, and then there's a daycare. So this is the property that's just to the south of that. And then those are large apartments that were constructed are the south of this. So this is kind of that leftover remnant property.
Okay.
The applicant is looking, it's currently zoned for twin homes. He's looking at possibly doing some fourplexes in there. It's a weird kind of lot. It's difficult to kind of develop it with a cul-de-sac for twin homes. And then there's actually a portion on the south side that's kind of a drainage area that the applicant is looking at zoning that conservation. And then the city would take it over, and that would actually be part of an extension of a bike trail that would go through there. So they are having a neighborhood meeting tomorrow night at their offices, and then we're going to kind of see some of the gauge of the neighborhood and see their feelings on from going from twin homes to townhomes. So,
yeah, anywhere we can put water right now, we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like the next one we have is a rezone portion. Portions of C2 commercial neighborhood and streetcar district S1 and institutional to C2 commercial neighborhood and streetcar district and the office use. And that's over by the USF Stadium.
Yep, this would be just south of the USF Stadium, just west of where we rezoned that property for those senior apartments.
Okay.
Yep. So USF is kind of selling off that big chunk of land that they purchased. They've obviously are not doing as much of their satellite campus as I think they originally intended. So the applicant is looking at rezoning a little bit more commercial, and he wants to do kind of auto sales, and then the back side of that do some mini storage.
Okay.
And then there's another applicant to the east of this that wants to do a dance studio actually in the old office district. So they're kind of working together to kind of get those properties rezoned and kind of do a little development there. And then this old office, as we were discussing with the Shape of Places amendments that we did last month, this would now allow a dance studio to go in the old office district, which seems like that's kind of a hot thing. People want these dance studios, and office seems like places where they want to go and seem like they're a pretty good fit. Okay. So
let's see the next one, number 2, rezone from ag, looks to single family and then twin home and duplex. That's off of South Ellis Road and West 41st Street. That's probably over by the T elementary school over there?
Yep, pretty close to that, kind of northwest of that, west of the Sanford Health Fitness place. This is kind of a skinny little strip that was annexed in probably 2 months ago. As we get on that west side, they kind of, as they keep developing, specifically Westwood Valley, as they kind of get their sewer flows, figure out how much sewer capacity we actually have left, they found that there's another little strip that they can add to that development over there. So they annexed that small piece in, and they're looking at just constructing kind of another street or two of single family and then some twin homes. So.
Okay. So we got number 3, rezone from live work and C2 and streetcar district to the office. It looks like commercial, C2, C3. That's what, landscape garden center?
Yeah, that is actually, this is kind of an exciting one. This would be the existing landscape garden center's property. It would be on Minnesota and then future 81st Street there. They're actually looking at completely redeveloping this site. So the existing landscape garden center building and then kind of all of their outdoor storage would go away.
Okay.
They would actually construct a new building kind of to the southwest of their existing building, back in that corner. And then they're looking on the east side that fronts Minnesota Avenue, the commercial portion. They would do kind of a retail or office on the first level and then a second level with office and then possibly a bank on the corner. And then we would construct, or they would construct 81st Street to finally connect off of Minnesota Avenue. And then there'd be a little remnant in the northwest corner that would be zoned to office for a small office or whatever use that they would want to use with that. So
Okay. We've got here number 4, the last one on the agenda. It's a conditional use permit for on-sale alcohol beverage establishment within a 500 feet of a sensitive area. 26th Street, so that's, I looked it up, South Marion Road and West 26th. It's right in front of Hy-Vee on 26th and Marion.
Exactly, right in that strip mall you can see there. I think there's a Verizon store, a haircut place, a Great Life. They're looking at taking one of those tenant spaces and doing another casino. There's some existing single family that's kind of southwest across Marion Avenue, quite a ways away, but it does come within that 500-foot buffer. So,
Yep, oh, it does. And then this month we got a special topic, which is our 2018 Planning Commission annual report. You want to talk about some highlights of this last year?
absolutely. Just this is a report that we like to do every year. Jeff Schmidt in our office puts this together. It kind of gives us an idea of how was 2018, how many items did we do. It breaks it down in specific cases, rezones, conditional uses. So it's something we like to do every year. And then we also, the following year, March, April, we do like to go through it as part of our Planning Commission briefing, just a high level and kind of discuss how many items did we do, compared to last year, what are our busiest months, what are our slower months. So we can kind of just go through some of these. So last year, in 2018, the City Planning Commission heard 129 items, which was a little down from 2017 where we had 142 items. Of those, our busiest months are usually spring, March, April. We average between 12 to 15 items. July is another pretty busy month. August, when people are rushing to get something in the ground before the winter comes. Usually our slowest months are the end of the year. November we had 6, December we had 9 cases, and then January 11. So that's usually our slower months. Just to give you an idea, rezonings, we had a total of 73 change in zones. That would be our major rezonings that go forward to the City Council, which was down from 2017 of 81, but was above our 15-year average. We have a 15-year running total of 55. So you guys are still working hard and getting things, to hearing things and going through a bunch of stuff. Similar time, July, April, May are our busiest times with rezonings. I think last year, July, we had 11. August, we had 9. So those are typically some of our busier times. And then we also had one of the things that we were hoping would be a byproduct of Shaped Places being approved in 2014, as you know this, is we were just having a ton of conditional use every month for the Planning Commission. That'd be half our items or 3/4 of our items, and we'd be averaging 10 to 11 items. And so as part of Shaped Places, we tried to eliminate those conditional use and just make those requirements. Here's what you have to do. And so that's kind of taken it down. Last year we did 30 conditional use hearings. 20 or 25 in 2017. And actually this is a really telling thing that we know what we intended with Shea Places seems to be working, is the 15-year average is 52.
Yep.
So in the last 15 years, we're averaging 52 a year. Last year we did 30. So if you took before 2014, I'm assuming we're averaging probably 70 or 80 a year. So we've been able to cut that number down, and it's kind of done exactly what we expected Shea Places to do. The ones we hear seems more like the on-sale alcohols and the casinos and things that we really feel that the neighbors would be a little bit more impacted by. So as I kind of indicated, you guys see a lot of items. 128 of the items that you saw went forward to city council. So 128, only one was denied. So you guys recommended approval on 129 items, and the city council only changed the recommendation on one. So I think that's very telling that you guys do your homework and you really try and stick to the ordinance and the Shape Sioux Falls comprehensive plan. So I think it was another good year. And as you know, we've seen the beginning of this month, and seems our beginning of this year has been pretty busy. And I'm assuming that 2019 should be the same or above what we've done last year. So,
I agree with that. Well, this concludes your planning preview for April 3rd, 2019. And meeting starts at 6 o'clock at Carnegie Town Hall. We'd like to see everyone there. Thank you. Have a good day.